keep hearing stuff. Let's go down here on this edge. Yeah. Here we got something. Here, look at this. There's no stump.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't come from this one. This is not broke up at the top. I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up. But there's no broken place up there. There's no broken one up there. There's none right there. Where did this tree come from? And this is on the same game trail. It's split into 3, and we're going towards the left side. And again, another randomly placed tree branch. This is actually a dead standing tree, a small one that came from somewhere else and is placed up in here. All right, so we're here. We just had some activity, and I'm gonna let James tell you about it.
Alright, so Blake was over there talking about the structures over there, and I heard some, I don't know, it might have been a knock or it might have been some rustling on top of this hill up there. And then he did a low whoop, and maybe 30 seconds later we heard a knock come from this direction area.
We're thinking
And we listened
maybe
a
in
little
the
bit more,
swamp.
and we heard some more rustling up here. So we started walking this way, and we look at some structures around this area, and then we hear some type of howl or knock or a low whoop in the swamp direction.
Somewhere in here. It literally just happened about 2 minutes ago. We're kind of waiting around and kind of discussing what we should do, and this is right next to this. We've been documenting, and then that's when we heard a little whoop. So hopefully we'll get more activity to present. All right, so this is the area where we heard the wood knock, and it goes right into the swamp where we heard a low whoop, is what we think. So we're gonna go to this edge and try to find some footprints. And as you can see, so some birds right there. That low whoop came from either just in these woods over here, or inside this grassy marsh place that is flooded. Also, being 84 degrees out, this is a perfect place for the Sasquatch to go into, lay down inside the water and cool off. And while no people who are unequipped, and most normal people won't walk up in there. So I think that's where they're hanging out at. So hopefully we get more activity that happens. So we're going to continue to walk, go over on this ridge over here. And find another good randomly placed tree structure like we've been finding, and hopefully get some more activity that we can pick up on the audio. Yeah, here's the old fence. Back before this was state land and stuff, this was old farmland, and you know, it gets donated and sold off to the state, and then they transform it. And so this used to be an old pasture or old border fence for someone. back in the day, you know, 50 to 100 years ago. Here we got one we can investigate.
Big one, yeah.
Yeah, that's right here. I believe that's a bird making that sound.
Yeah, it's weird. I was like, what the hell?
It might be a pheasant, but it's not making a normal pheasant call. So here we have this tree, randomly placed branch again. It looked like it came from this. That's already down, but it's placed up into this tree.
Oh, that is fun.
Yeah, and this is, again, this is about 50 yards or more away from the previous randomly placed tree structure, and then another 50 yards from the tipped over tree where I made that call. And this is in the same area where we heard the wood knock and also a low whoop inside the swamp area right there. So we're going to continue going down this path and hopefully keep finding more evidence for you guys. Alright, so here we have this, which clearly came from here and fell. So this is nature related, guys. Not everything out here is Bigfoot related. Even if you are getting activity, you have to look at the details. You have to try to dismiss this. And when you can't find, and you can't dismiss it, that's when you know you got something genuine. So that's nature related. And keep going on this ridge line. Okay, you might have just had another whoop come from behind us.
Right in front of us.
I thought it came from over there, practically where, yeah, there's some other stuff. It's where that overturned tree was at.
I think it's over there.
Where?
Or maybe not. I see like something white straight ahead.
Oh, yeah, could be. So we're just following this game trail. And this is a little thicket that a Sasquatch would hide in to jump the deer on the trail. Just as the deer slows down to jump over this. The extra few seconds it takes to jump over that, the Bigfoot can jump out and grab their prey. That's my theory anyways. Here we got this broken tree that's barely being held onto there, so that's pretty sketchy to walk underneath.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, one of these days this thing's gonna fall down. Here we got
Yeah, 2 trails I see.
we got trails and a possible random tree branch structure, which is about 50 yards from the previous one we seen. came from here. But see, that's not a stump. See, this isn't a stump.
What'd you find? Oh, look, we're at a little swamp here.
Yeah. Well, this has been here for a while. This is all rotted away, but there's no, that's not a stump. And that is randomly placed there.
Oh yeah, it just like goes way up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Found a game trail going up this,
Hopefully it takes us somewhere.
I don't know how many dozen different ridges we've been up already, but yeah, that's one we gotta crawl up in. Bigfoot would be on all fours right now, crawling up through here. So, found this trail. And here again, we have this.
Oh, like a blockage?
Yeah, with a little spot where Bigfoot could hide up in. Yeah, a little broken branch. And the deer jump over this, take their time to jump over that. Sasquatch is hiding inside this bush, runs out, gets them, as they slowly take an extra few seconds to navigate. Yeah, hide up right up in here next to this tree. That's where Sasquatch hang out. They hang out just off the game trails, waiting to ambush their prey. Hopefully not us.
I feel like we're so close to getting enough to the trail.
You see this game trail goes all the way. I don't know if the camera's picking up. Can you see it, James?
Yeah, all the way down there.
All the way
So
down
the
there.
sun, basically.
And basically it's going on this ridge, and on each side there's a swamp. So that is a natural pathway to get over that side. Well, we're going over here. It goes up on this ridge down this way. So, which way do you want to?
Oh, I should howl in my direction behind me.
I'm pretty sure. I don't think the camera picked it up,
No,
guys,
no
but
way, it's fine.
we just heard another howl. Which way do you think it came from?
Right behind us.
Yep.
Oh wait.
I don't know if something was just thrown at us or.
Hello.
Sasquatches don't say hello back, James.
Well, let's let them know we're human.
James, what are you doing, James? It's all right. We've been having activity continually to happen, and it seems like it's kind of following us now, but just keeping out of our sight.
Want to keep going?
Yeah, let's keep going on this ridge. If it keeps following us, we know it's not an animal, because animals don't follow people. They run away each and every time. Okay, so I was in the middle of recording, and we just heard a loud whooping noise.
I don't know what that was.
We don't really know. We were kind of taking a step at the same time, but it basically came like on the other side and down this ridge. It reminded me like almost like an orangutan.
Yeah.
An orangutan whoop.
Which way do you want to go now?
Let's just sit here for a second. I want to just record because I didn't catch it, and that was loud enough to catch. Sounded like a footsteps straight back that way.
What do you want to do?
Did you hear something over there?
Yeah, it was like a doo.
Okay, we just heard another slight call over that way.
Fuck, which way out of here?
I think we're getting closer into the Bigfoot
How
hotspot.
we get out of here, dude?
We're just gonna play it cool and keep doing what we're doing. Try not to get freaked out.
I want to take that trail straight ahead.
We're continuing on the same
I don't
game
wanna go
trail.
up on this ridge.
This is crazy, guys. James' heart is just racing. What do you think, James? Is this real deal?
Yeah. Can we leave now?
I want to stay, man. This is why we're out here. So let's keep moving and keep recording. Here we got the other body of water. And I'm thinking they're laying in these water.
Can the water take on here?
I think they're laying inside the water in the swamp when it's super hot out. It's 84 degrees out. I think they're laying inside the water to cool off. And we just walked up on some.
Yeah. Let's just take this down that way.
Yeah. Keep going. I gotta shut this off. I'm gonna make another video.
No harm. We're just passing. This way.
James is at least
I'm shaking, man.
he's a little freaked out. It's a pretty big experience. So it's understandable. We're gonna try to get out of the area, and if we continue to hear them make calls and noises as they follow us, and we know
Yeah, these are all like swamp areas and stuff.
this is not. Yep.
All right.
So I'm gonna shut this down. All right, so we're walking on this ridge on this trail still. I'm gonna go right up on this ridge, following this game trail. It splits off. It goes right here and right here.
Oh, that's probably what was happening. He was following this trail up here.
We think we have a Sasquatch on this trail. We were down here, down this ridge. He's on top of this ridge. We keep hearing calls, and we keep hearing calls beyond this body of water and back over there. So I think we're gonna keep we're gonna go this way, and then when I don't know, we're just gonna try to listen for a second. We just heard one that way.
So whoop.
A whoop. I would say, I mean, this is a super low whoop, so I'm not sure how far, but I'm gonna say
Half a mile.
no. FPD like 250 yards. Like they're making quiet whoops.
Oh.
They're not call blasting, but they're making them loud enough for us to hear. But it sounds like they're far away.
Probably we came up on them.
I think we came up on some that were bathing in some of this water to stay cool.
And
On
they're
this.
making noises to each other, trying to get us.
We also were filming and taking pictures of tree structures, and I also made a whoop myself, and that's when everything's kind of started.
That's a car.
Yeah, we hear there's some roads and stuff you can hear, but we're not misidentifying birds. We're not misidentifying cars. It's not other people. We just heard another one. It just came from this direction.
Yeah, I heard that. Tree.
Yeah.
Wish I knew how close we're to the trail. At least I feel somewhat better.
The trail is like a mile that way
Oh.
at least. At least.
That's why I'm mad.
It could come up here. We could be heading up to it if it turns, but I think the deeper we go this way and follow these ridge lines as pass, I think we're gonna keep getting deeper into some activity.
should probably turn right up here since it's getting darker.
Comes, if you look, that's good, you know, 50-foot drop incline that way. Same as it goes on this side, and they use this ridges to as a walkways to get down as pass. And normal people use the big main trails. And by the time they run up here, the Sasquatch can get out of the area, but also stay within distance to watch us and make noises at us. Dude.
Coming behind us and in front of us.
Yeah, we wow, James. I didn't think this was gonna happen 2 days in a row. So I'm gonna guess, let me end this real quick. Okay, so we just heard some movement down there, or something thrown.
This way.
There was a bird right there. I don't know. It could have been that bird. It sounded. There's another one. This is all swamp in there.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's where they're gonna retreat.
Yeah, 'cause we can't go in there. Or we don't want to go in
Well,
there.
we're not equipped to go in there properly right now.
Alright.
Yeah, all right, we're gonna get going
Keep going this way.
and probably head out. Trying to find a way out.
Ah,
James is getting scared. He's talking to him.
I gotta. It's the only way to leave us alone.
You gotta do whatever you can, man. Yeah, this creek goes right up in here. I
Yeah.
would love to go
You
into
just
there.
lay down in there, you're gone.
Yeah, all they have to do is lay down and bam, they're gone.
Yeah, it looks like this trail right here will take us back. Hopefully.
I think this is a game trail. This
Oh, maybe.
just heard a grunt or something. We were talking. I don't know, we're trying to get out of here at the same time
Yeah.
Uh,
Probably smart.
because they're kind of on all sides of us. I have a feeling that
Somewhere in there, yeah.
somewhere in there is
A house.
a little, yeah, basically a house. It's where this Sasquatch house is in there. So we're gonna go up this ridge and try to find our way back to the trail system. Look at this.
Yeah. Something stuck there.
Look at that. Heel,
Yeah, I see that.
toes.
Oh, yeah, I see it now. Yeah.
I mean, I don't see no actual impressions, but I can see, like, it looks like a footprint in the leaves.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah, you come over here. All right, let's keep going.